Hey, what's going on everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back again with another cryptocurrency video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the SHIBA token, which is a cryptocurrency that has seen a lot of media attention recently and has also gone up tremendously in price. It has actually made its way to the 26th spot based on a market cap of $7.4 billion, and it did this in an extremely quick fashion. It's up over 574% in the last 7 days alone, and that's after already dropping pretty significantly from the high that it made, right? So you can see that at the peak, its market cap actually peaked out at above $10 billion, which is pretty drastic considering that just a few weeks ago, it was nowhere near there, right? And I actually found this token somewhere here in this slump after its first initial push higher, and I actually thought about buying it. Now I didn't want to go through the hassle of decentralized exchanges. If it was on Binance, I probably would have bought it. And by the way, if you are interested in buying and investing in the SHIBA INU token, it is now on Binance, which is my favorite exchange. It's the exchange that I use personally. I always like to recommend it in my videos. It is not sponsored. They don't sponsor me. It's just the exchange I use myself. So if you do want to purchase the SHIBA INU token or invest in it, make sure to check out Binance in the link in the description of this video. With that being said, we'll talk a little bit more about the price. I'm going to cover everything you need to know about the SHIBA token in this video. So make sure to leave a like and subscribe for that. I put a lot of research into this to make sure that you have a really good overview of what this project is about. Is it just another random meme coin, or is there more value behind it? We're going to be talking about that in this video. So basically, right, the big thing about the SHIBA token is that it's a decentralized community and ecosystem, right? That's sort of the goal behind it, and that's not a bad thing. For the most part, that's a good thing, and a lot of value can actually come out of strong decentralized communities. We've seen it before with other cryptos like Kusama. Now, we're going to look a little bit about the ecosystem itself right now. The main coin is the SHIB token, and there's some pretty interesting stuff as far as the tokenomics behind it. What they did is they locked 50% of the total supply to Uniswap and threw away the keys, and the remaining 50% was burned to Vitalik Buterin. So they gave over basically 50% of the supply to Vitalik Buterin, and the remaining 50% is on the open market on Uniswap, right? Obviously, that has now been bought up much more, but the founder himself apparently doesn't own any SHIB tokens, which there's some controversy around that, if it's true or not. I find that a little bit hard to believe, to be honest, but you know, there's no way to know for sure if he owns tokens or how many he owns. Now, with that being said, there are a couple other coins that are going to be released in the ecosystem, right? One of them is going to be Bone coin and also the Leash coin. I'm not a big fan of having all these different coins, but you know, there's a reason behind it as far as their idea behind their exchange, right? The SHIBA swap that they're going to be launching, and that's a really interesting idea. Will they actually manage to do it? Will it actually be successful? That's a different story, but you have to remember that you know, now there's a community behind it, 300,000 plus member community. There's a lot of supporters of it. So all these different ideas that they have also for NFTs and stuff like that, there's going to be a lot of people behind it that want to see it succeed and that are going to help in making it succeed. So there's no way to know, once again, if that is going to happen or how much success they'll have, but the community and the base is now made for that to happen, and it's just a matter of time before we can see how much they can really unleash, right? There's a little, you know, overview of what the SHIBA swap exchange will look like. So they're currently, you know, testing that and getting it ready for launch. They have an NFT side of things that they want to start, so that is something that'll be coming up as well. And now we're going to look at some of the more special details behind all of this, which is the Reddit, almost at 100,000 members. It grew very quickly. This is always a good thing to see strong, active communities, and the SHIB army is definitely one of them. This can be very similar to other cryptos like Dogecoin or SafeMoon that have seen tremendous rises just because of a strong community backing. For SHIB, it's the exact same thing. And of course, right, all of these meme coins are sort of competing with each other. Dogecoin, SHIB, and you know, things like SafeMoon, etc. Also doing similar things sometimes with the supply and locking some of it up. Now, afterwards, the question is, how strong is the community and what do they have up their sleeve to continue the hype behind the coin. Because at the end of the day, right now, as soon as you have supporters, you're pretty much going to have supporters forever. But are they going to manage to keep the hype and to keep up with that promotion, right? That is the big question for a lot of these coins. Some of them I think will succeed, some of them won't. I actually think that in the future, right, in maybe 5-10 years, we're going to see ETFs based on some of these meme coins. I know that sounds a bit crazy, but I really think that we're going to have ETFs like we might have for the more blue chip cryptos like Bitcoin and Ethereum. We are probably going to have an ETF or some type of fund or multiple, right, on these more meme hype type coins that'll do very well when the market is bullish and will probably take some big hits when the market is bad. So that'll include coins like Dogecoin, like SafeMoon, like SHIBA INU. Those type of coins will be here to stay, and there might be some other ones that might come around, but some of these like SHIB have already made a pretty significant standing in the cryptocurrency space. And like I said, they're not done yet, right? They do have a lot of ideas behind what they want to do still, like the SHIBA swap and the NFTs, etc. 300,000 plus followers. How many of those are real? It's hard to say for sure, but as you can see, it is actually a pretty active Twitter with a lot of support. So once again, a good sign as far as the strength of the community. We're going to talk a little bit about the coins that were given to Vitalik Buterin, because this is a very important part of the project that you need to understand, and it will have permanent consequences on the success of the project, right? So here you can see the 2 bits of large amount, right, totaling around 495 trillion coins that were given to Vitalik Buterin. That's 50% of the total supply of Shiba Inu. And so the interesting thing from here is that very recently, Vitalik Buterin actually donated 50 trillion Shiba Inu coins, right, totaling around $1 billion to an aid fund, right? And so now you have this nonprofit organization that is going to sell these coins over time. That is what they said, right? That they are going to slowly sell those coins over time, but it is probably going to still take the price of Shiba Inu, and already has, right? So that actually totals around 5% of the total supply of Shiba Inu coins, and it already dropped prices more than 50%, right? And as you can see here, right, the actual nonprofit that received these coins said that they have decided to convert the donation slowly over a period of time. How slow is that going to be for sure? I don't know, but regardless, right, you are going to have a massive unloading of coins now that will probably make the price of the token drop. I actually see that as a very, very bullish thing, and I'll explain that in a second. But basically, right, if we go back to coinmarketcap.com, we've seen the drop already happen partially, and I think we're going to drop a lot more. So this might not be the best news for people already holding Shiba Inu. I think we're actually going to go back to a similar level to the first peak, right? Maybe we'll only drop to around right here, right, 6,823. Now, if we look in terms of market cap, that could bring us back down to around $2.6 billion in market cap, and that will be a pretty substantial drop. However, the blessing behind that is that at that price point, I think Shiba Inu is actually going to be a pretty good buy and a very interesting coin to hold for the future, because I think it's going to stay around as a sort of a hype meme coin, but I also think with their Shiba swap, etc., we could see some success with that. And if that happens, right, we can maybe see it grow into ranks similar to Dogecoin, Uniswap, or SushiSwap, right? So it might not reach fully that level, but it has a combination of both. So we could be looking at a $20-30 billion market cap. That is only around a 3 times increase from where it is now. But if it drops back down to around $2 to $3 billion in market cap, and then in the future it does reach that $20-30 billion level, that will be a full 10x, right? Of course, it's crypto. It could always go higher than that. I don't really see it as a coin that is actually going to disappear and fail, though. I'll tell you that much. So in that sense, I am actually pretty bullish on this coin, despite it being, a meme coin at the end of the day. Now, if we look at the math behind these transactions here that happened, I added up both of the burns to Vitalik Buterin, right? Around 495 trillion Shiba Inu tokens, right? Minus the 50 trillion that he donated, and that brings him to still holding around 444 trillion Shiba Inu tokens. And also, the amount that he donated is pretty much only around 10% of his holdings. So he didn't actually unload the full amount, which is very good. This will still have a drastic effect on the price for a bit of time, but like I said, that could provide a very nice buying opportunity in my opinion. As always, not financial advice, right? If you do want to purchase the Shiba Inu token or invest, make sure to check out Binance, my favorite exchange. Like I said, they have now listed it, and that is going to be the best place to trade it with the most volume. So I'll leave a link to that in the description of this video. Now, I'm also going to jump over to the white paper really quickly because there is some interesting information in there that I wanted to talk about that I think will give you all a good idea of what the project is kind of about. And before I do that, I just wanted to mention something in this article here, the fact that Ryoshi, right, the founder, claims to not hold any coins. And also, we see some interesting takes here on everything that's happening, right? Obviously, it's a sympathy play on Dogecoin's success. You know, now SHIB has its own community and its own strengths and weaknesses. Something that was interesting, right, is that basically all types of success need some type of vulnerability. That's one of the ideas behind the project. And, you know, the vulnerability here, one of the big ones, is actually Vitalik Buterin himself, and that was purposeful, right? So we're going to look about what they said about that in the white paper now. So taking a look at the SHIB white paper here, we can see that it claims it's a 100% community-run project and cryptocurrency, and that they're an experiment in decentralized spontaneous community building. Obviously, until now, that has been a success. And I'm not going to go through all the details of the white paper, but we're going to take a look at some of what I consider to be the key points in this white paper, right? And one of the big portions is this right here, which is that their founder chose to send 50% of the total supply, like I said, to Vitalik Buterin. We already saw that he sold 10% of his holdings. And here's the quote, though. We sent over 50% of the total supply to Vitalik. There is no greatness without a vulnerable point. And as long as VB doesn't rug us, meaning sell his tokens, fully, then Shiba will grow and survive. Now, the funny thing is, right, he did actually end up selling a portion, not all of his tokens. So is that considered a rug pull or not? I don't know. But the good thing is, like I said, he didn't actually sell his full supply, or donate his full supply. And in that sense, that is a good thing. And that means that, you know, although it is a bit of a hit, it's not a hit that SHIB can't recover from. So that is super key because, you know, some people might have thought that Vitalik was never going to do anything with these tokens. He did actually end up donating 10%. Like I said, short-term hit, long-term, I don't think it's going to have any effect except giving a great dip buying opportunity, to be honest, right? That's my personal opinion and not financial advice. So like I said, from here, I do actually expect the SHIB token to fall a bit back down. And at that point, it's going to be really well set for a nice pump higher once that's happened. Now, I'm also going to cover, you know, very briefly the fact that they have the vision for the SHIBA swap and what that's going to look like, right? What these different cryptocurrencies are going to do, the value behind that. And that is the fact that, you know, I don't want to get into all the details about, you know, the transaction fees that you can get from that, et cetera, because you'll be able to stake the tokens. But it is very interesting. And like I said, if SHIBA Swap fully gets released and is actually successful, that is going to really skyrocket the value of SHIB, not only as just a meme hype coin, but also because of the exchange itself, right? And that is a huge deal. Also, just some fun bit of information that SHIB in VB's wallet at the time of his writing was his #1 highest valued ERC20 token, you know, besides, of course, his Ethereum holdings. And also, you know, that is a big deal, right? SHIB has gotten so much press and media attention from the fact that, you know, Vitalik Buterin is holding the coins, and obviously now he donated a bit, so that gave even more press. So, you know, a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. But, you know, there's no such thing as bad publicity, I guess, right? So in that sense, it has mostly helped SHIBA for the media attention and the popularity, right? So with that being said, this is it for this video. Hopefully you found it interesting and helpful in some type of way, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, don't forget, if you do want to invest in Shiba Inu and buy the SHIB token, make sure to check out Binance. Link to that in the description of this video. Just quick overview. Currently it's $7 billion in market cap. I think we might fall back down to around 2 to 3 billion. And future long-term prospects are going to be looking at around 20 to 30 billion pretty easily if it's able to see some type of success with the Shiba swap idea. And with that being said, right, even at 2 to 3 billion, I do think it'll recover pretty easily to 10 billion plus and stay around as a meme coin that actually has a strong community behind it that isn't going anywhere. So in that sense, I am very bullish in the medium to long term on Shiba, despite there being a likelihood of a short-term drop. If you want to learn technical analysis, stock trading, make sure to check out my Udemy course. It's less than $20 and has a 30-day money-back guarantee with great reviews. And finally, make sure to follow me on Twitter for live cryptocurrency market updates. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Stay safe and have a great day. I'll see you next time.